The Everglades is a unique collection of ecosystems in South Florida and the largest remaining subtropical wetlands in the United States. However, increased development on Florida's east coast has threatened its survival.
I've been watching the Everglades for years. I've seen it decline and I've seen it change. I've seen beautiful domes become parking lots. I've seen areas that were thriving once, full of life, become empty museums, nothing but memories.
So the most damage that was caused to the Everglades was development. Canals were constructed, levees were constructed in order to drain the Everglades and maybe create more urban areas, agricultural areas. You know, the Everglades now is 50% of the size that it historically used to be back in the 1800s.
According to Dennis Duke from the Office of Everglades Restoration Initiatives, there are numerous efforts underway by various Native American tribes and federal, state, and local governments.
The problem with restoration in the state of Florida is that it's become a business versus a true restoration. You have a lot of companies and big organizations out there that have been around for 30 years or 40 years that have collect millions of dollars in the names of restoration every year and do absolutely nothing to restore the Everglades. They do stuff. They'll take people, rich people, on tours in the Everglades on airboats and say it's in the name of restorations, or host large dinners that are really expensive in the name of restoration.
Duke says the Comprehensive Everglades Restoration Plan, or CERP, covers nearly all of southern Florida and is aimed at restoring the quantity, quality, timing, and distribution of the water flow. The program is based on the premise that if you can get the water right, the natural system will recover.
The Everglades is the source of our drinking water for people, for everyday use, for agriculture.
We have a city that's up and lined up right against the Everglades. And when it floods in those cities and that rain comes, that water gets pumped into those canals. And that water is full of different things, right? That impacts everything that flows down. So there's a lot of things that we have to think about as a growing city.
The Everglades, it's also an area that is storing carbon. And that is really critical in a day where we're releasing a lot of carbon into the atmosphere.
Now you have an area that was once uninhabited, right? That has become urbanized. And so now you have another issue ahead of time. It's gonna take a good 5 to 10 years to get to the point where you're at the point of restoring. But the people that are actually making an impact in South Florida, as far as pushing for restoration and pushing for the environment, are a lot of the grassroots folks, people, individuals like yourself.
Duke says individuals provide a direct impact by reducing the use of water, fertilizers, and pesticides, and eliminating the introduction of invasive species which threaten existing ecosystems.
A good thing to do would be just think about conserving water on a daily basis, right? You know, maybe not flushing the toilet all the time or taking lower showers, or you can actually obtain low flow shower heads. The less we take out, the more there's available for water in the Everglades.
Duke says governments cannot accomplish this without the support of the local citizens who participate in the development of specific plans for restoration and voice their support for funding of these plans.
Start participating. Start adding your voice. Everyone, we need a voice, right? And everyone, what we call it in our terms, in our circles, is called an awakening. But the big thing is architecting change and being the voice for things that need a voice.